All right, good afternoon. We're here to talk about an incident that occurred this morning shortly before 9 a.m. Deputies responded to Ashley Drive in Violet, a call of a armed robbery. Deputies arrived pretty quick and they met with the female victim. She's 25 years old, who stated that she was here down in St. Bernard Parish in the Violet area in an attempt to sell some electronics to a male that contacted her on social media on Ashley Drive. When she exited a vehicle, she was approached by a male who asked her to enter a side gate of a residence. They did so. As soon as she got through the side gate, the perpetrator brandished a weapon, and at that point he made her go towards the back of the house and sexually assaulted the victim. After he completed the sexual assault, the perpetrator fled the scene in the victim's car. When deputies arrived, they discovered the victim, who described the vehicle that was taken, put an immediate broadcast out. Deputies shortly identified the vehicle going down St. Bernard Highway towards Araby. At that point, we attempted to stop the vehicle, and the vehicle fled into New Orleans. Several attempts to disable the vehicle with stop sticks failed. The pursuit continued from St. Claude on the Tennessee Street and then entered the Claiborne Bridge in a westbound direction. While on top of the bridge, the vehicle was involved in an accident involving two other vehicles. At that point, the vehicle became disabled. Our deputies made a tactical response and entry to the vehicle, where we discovered the perpetrator of the crime in the vehicle with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Deputies removed the perpetrator from the vehicle, attempted to provide some aid to him, and called for EMS immediately. Shortly afterwards, EMS arrived and he was pronounced dead on the scene. The perpetrator has been identified as a DeAndre Brock. I think he's 27 years old. He has some ties to St. Bernard, but I think he was currently living outside of St. Bernard, I think in Ascension Parish.
Did anybody else get hurt during the accident?
I don't believe anybody was seriously injured during the chase. One of the vehicles that was involved was an 18-wheeler, I believe, and maybe a DOTD vehicle that was up on the bridge as well.
Can you describe the stolen vehicle?
The vehicle was a white Mitsubishi SUV, I think a 2023 model maybe.
And so he did not know the woman, just reached out to her through social media?
Just, remember this is in very preliminary stages of this investigation. There's a lot of information that needs to be verified at this point in time, but the information that we currently have, that we don't believe the victim, according to her, knew this suspect.
And just your reaction to this happening? I know you were saying that this is the first carjacking of the year.
Yeah, we recorded one carjacking in St. Bernard Parish last year, and this is the first one this year. This is very unusual, this type of violent crime in St. Bernard Parish. It's not just a carjacking. The most disturbing part is a sexual assault on a young female victim. That's the most disturbing part, and it was done at gunpoint. And then the follow-up is the carjacking. You never want these things to turn out the way they turn out, but that part is what it is. But I want to commend the response of our deputies, not just getting to the scene quickly and rendering aid to the victim, but a quick response to locating the vehicle, pursuing the vehicle, and bringing this to an end.
Did any deputies fire any shots?
Deputies did not fire any shots.
What was the nature of the crash? How many cars were involved?
It appears to be the victim's vehicle, driven by the suspect, an 18-wheeler and a Department of Transportation vehicle that I believe was up on the bridge doing work.
Did he rear-end them, or?
Kind of cut in front of the 18-wheeler and rear-ended the Department of Transportation vehicle.
We know there's been some work happening on that bridge with DOTD. I guess what was their response? What was their nature? And like when they were up there, are they all okay?
I think they're all okay from the reports that I have. I don't know if anybody required any medical attention, but I only can imagine what their response was. This is, a police action, a crash, someone shot dead on the scene. I can imagine what the reaction would be.
Did he have any priors in St. Miller Parish?
We will give you the rap sheet. It's pretty extensive from what my detectives are telling me.
Do you have a mugshot of him?
We do.
That you can
Yep,
release in?
we will.
Okay,
Yeah.
and just when it comes to the victim, I know we talked about it before, but if you could talk about her condition right now.
Yeah, all I know is that, we all know that would be a very traumatic situation. We believe that she resisted the assault. So currently, she's at a local hospital being treated for all the above.
When you saw the car being towed off the bridge right before the bridge was reopened, it looked like there was some bullet holes or something through the windshield. Can you explain, I know there was a substance with this gunshot.
Right, and that's pretty observant of you guys, but it appears that shot was coming from inside the vehicle, outside the vehicle. I can't explain why or how that happened, but we do know that it appears that a round that was fired from inside the vehicle, and they also have a gunshot wound to his head.
So we wouldn't have any information on what he might have been shooting at then?
And you'll probably never have that answer. All we can see is that it was a round that came from inside the vehicle, outside the vehicle. We can speculate, but we really wouldn't know. The only one knows is him. And
About how many times would you say there was, I guess?
how many
shots
rounds was fired inside the car? I don't know. Chad, you know?
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
What kind of drugs were involved in this incident?
Drugs?
No drugs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Do you have a message for safety of people that want to meet up online?
Yeah, if you selling things, and this has been reported many times because this happens, most of the time it happens as a robbery. Sometimes it ends up in a murder. This one ended up in a sexual assault. But there's meeting places, there's safe places that you can go, including our substations at the sheriff's office here in St. Bernard Parish is a safe place. If you selling things, you know that comes with a risk, particularly if you're going to go into an unfamiliar area to try to sell things. This is, a thing that you put yourself at risk. So be mindful of that if you're going to sell anything online and you're going to go to, unknown areas to you, meet unknown people. Just have them meet you in a safe place, including a well-lit area, a well-trafficked area, or a police station, or some areas that's already designated as a meeting place for that.
To clarify, it was just him in the car, there was nobody else?
He was the only one in the car, yes, sir.
And to further clarify, there was the shot to himself, the shot outside of the vehicle, but there would have been no other fired rounds in the scenario?
Right, by anyone other than the person inside the vehicle. The deputies didn't fire any, they didn't even approach the vehicle right away. They made a tactical approach, and they did that with a tactical shield and stuff like that. But there was no shots fired at the vehicle during a pursuit. There was no shots fired at the vehicle on the scene of the crash. So the only thing that we can see is what appears to be, rounds fired from inside the vehicle, outside the vehicle. Not sure why that happened or how it happened.
And just
From inside, out, going out.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And just for clarity, if you could, I guess, spell his name.
We'll have.
It's DeAndre Brock.
I don't know how to spell DeAndre, but when we give you the paperwork, it's going to have all the correct spellings of his name.
Thank you so much.
Can you just spell your name for us, please?
Yep, Jimmy, Jimmy, Pohlmann, Pohlmann.